Hi, I'm Michelle Tennant Nicholson. I co-founded Friends of East Flat Rock. I'm an international publicist and I'm introducing a new series with Friends of East Flat Rock. We are going to profile for the next month or so members from East Flat Rock. And I'm going to start with my wonderful husband, who you know as our webmaster, Shannon Nicholson. Hi, Shannon.
Hello.
You have an interesting photo as your background. Tell us about that.
Yeah, so well, after the planning board meeting last night, uh, I snapped a shot. This is one of the new billboards that's up on Four Seasons. It just went up a couple of days ago. We've got some more going up around town, and I'm just, I'm excited about these because it's a way to get the word out about this rezoning application, and it's a sign that is difficult to mow down or trample down or move or steal.
Amen. And all we ever wanted as a couple, right, was a conversation starter about the asphalt plant so that we would have civil discourse and people could really come to what's best for Henderson County, East Flat Rock together. And that's really come to pass. On that note, I want to find out a little more about you because I'm the talkative one and I think people are very interested in you. You were sitting in the car when we arrived last night and everybody's like, where's your husband? So tell us, Shannon, I'd like to know, again, your name, where you're from, where you live now, what you do for a living, and why you oppose the asphalt plant.
Oh, well, let's see. So I am Shannon Nicholson. I'm originally from Mississippi, and I moved to North Carolina about 20 years ago. And I was in Asheville briefly. It was I moved because of a job, and I really liked Henderson County and the country life values. And I wanted to move to Henderson County and get out of Buncombe County for that. And so I moved to East Flat Rock in 2004. So I've been in East Flat Rock since for 16 years now in the little home that we own. And yeah, I was voted most shy in high school. And I still wear that as one of my identity badges. And so, this is a process that requires me stepping a little bit outside of my normal comfort zone.
Oh my God, my heart just flutters when I'm around shy guys. I'm just like, oh my God, it's so cute. And my hands are sweating for you and the nervousness. And thank you so much for doing this, for your very talkative and outgoing wife here. The last thing, and I promise I'll let you go back to your desk job. Why do you oppose the asphalt plant, babe?
Well, I think the main personal reason for me is that I never expected there to be an asphalt plant so close to where we live. And, we have zoning in place which says that that is not going to happen. And while there are processes for rezoning properties for specific cases, and this conditional district zoning process is that process, putting an asphalt plant where we live is an extreme, it's asking for an extreme exception. And I never dreamed that there would be a extreme exception granted. I believe that there will not be, but that said, I want to fully make sure that there's not. That's from a selfish reason. One of the reasons why I got that website up so quickly was to support the Facebook group that you had created. I think everyone should have a voice, and in order to have a voice, people need to know what's happening. And not everyone knew. You know, the county is only required to notify people within 400 feet of the property, and that's the law. And you know, so fine, they're following the law. I have no problem with that, but I believe that with a plant such as this, which could have impact further away than 400 feet, that other people should know. And so that's what I help to set out to do, is let people know, so that if they are opposed, then they can have a voice in that opposition. And if they're not, then great. They don't need to have a voice. And if they're for the plant, well, they also know that it's happening, and they can have a voice that way as well.
Yes, and I'm really delighted. I got to have a conversation with John Mitchell last night, and the reason he's the head of the planning department, and one of the reasons why he got into government is so that people would have a voice, so people would could participate. So he and I have that in common, and I was really delighted to find that out, and also in common with you. The interesting question last night, and this will be the last one. Linda McKinnish Bridges asked you, well, what are you going to get back to when this is all over? So what are you going to do?
Well, two things. I want to get back to what's normal life, and normal life for me is more mountain biking. I love this area. I moved to North Carolina 20 years ago for the outdoor recreation because it's such a beautiful place. I was an avid outdoor whitewater kayaker, and I've sort of given that up for now anyway, and taken up mountain biking. And so I want to get back to more of that. But
so I just want to remind you, hold on. I just want to remind you that in your vows, whitewater kayaking is part of the vows. So
that's true.
Totally give it up, because we're both got that in common, right?
Hopefully now I can slip mountain biking in instead, right?
And we live next to the Green River. That's the whole point. Anyway, and then the other thing, I bet it's the garage.
It is. So I've been planning on this detached garage where I can store my tractor, because we do have a very small personal farm with chickens and bees and that kind of stuff. So I can have a place to work on my car. I do autocross, which is a competitive racing in parking lots that's sanctioned by the SCCA, Sports Car Club of America. So I love that, and sort of gives me a dry place out of the weather to do that. And so this detached garage has been on hold. I was just getting ready to pull the trigger on building this thing, applying for the permits, all of that, when we found out about the asphalt plant. And I thought, well, no, you know, if this asphalt plant goes in, we're getting out of here. So I'm definitely not going to build a garage. We'll never recover that investment. So, you know, hopefully we put this thing to rest soon, maybe in another 30, 45 days or so with the Board of Commissioners, and then I can get on with building this garage.
I would love to get through a winter where you're wrenching on my bike and not cussing out in the weather. Would be nice. Yeah. So thank you for being featured. And do you have any final words?
No, I think, you know, in the realm of getting to know me, I love to work on my own stuff. So you mentioned that, wrenching on the bike. I do all of the automotive work on my cars, my trucks, all of that myself. And man, I am tired of doing that in between raindrops. We've had a couple of very rainy years. This year is certainly one of those. So come on, let's put this issue of an asphalt plant to rest in East Flat Rock, and let's get on with our lives.
Amen. And so, so for all the 10,000 friends of East Flat Rock, I'm going to be featuring our neighbors, you. And if you would like to be part of this series that I'm doing to show our commissioners, our planning board, any public servant, or anyone who who are interested in getting to know who actually makes up Friends of East Flat Rock, especially if you live right here in East Flat Rock, we're 1,100 feet from the targeted property, then I would like to interview you. I'm going to give you my cell phone number, 828-817-4034. 828-817-4034. You just text me and I will give you a link to my calendar and you can schedule time and I'll do a quick interview like this with you. And we're going to be doing one a day for the next month, probably next month and a week. So bye. Have a great
Awesome.
weekend.
Bye.